The lung scan. What did it show?
They're still running the test on your father. It shouldn't take much longer. Dr. Baldwin, this is an admission form for your husband. I need your signature.
Oh, right. A pen, I don't have. Scotty, do you have a pen? Thanks. Thanks very much. Hey, I remember this.
Oh, well, yeah. Lee gave it to me when I graduated from law school.
And you've kept it all these years.
Yeah. It's leaky, and it's ruined a few of my shirts, however.
Don't make your dad so happy to know that you still have that pen.
Well, this pen reminds me of the kind of lawyer that Lee wanted me to be, you know. He had high hopes for me when I got out of law school.
Yeah, well, don't ever tell him that I told you, but he still has high hopes that maybe someday the two of you will be in practice again.
No, I don't think so, Gayle. All those fights we had, we never got any work done.
But you know, it didn't matter. He would love it.
So no matter what I've ever done, how many fights we've had, he's never stopped loving me, huh?
You got it.
Serena, you know, when she was born, and I just looked at her. I knew that I was going to love that little girl for the rest of my life.
It's called, unconditional love.
That's what it is.
And you know, it's got that feeling never goes away.
I wish I could thank him.
You do. You do, just by doing what you do. Giving your child that love. He sees that. He knows how grateful you are.
I just wish I would have told him.
It's okay. It's okay, sweetheart.
No news yet.
It's crazy here. We're going out of our minds, you know. You gotta have a crisis before you tell people what you really feel.
Scott, you know, that's what a crisis does. It kind of forces your hand.
Yeah, well, why can't we learn before that happens, you know, before the world comes just down on top of you and it's all...
The world hasn't crashed yet, okay? And hopefully it won't, and you'll still have time with Lee.
Well, I needed him to be my father. But I'm going to tell you something. I was not the son that he really wanted me to be.
You never think you're all your parents want you to be.
You are. You're everything that I want you to be.
And Lee would be saying the very same thing to you. You know, that's one of the advantages of a crisis. It just makes you realize the people who are really important in your life.
Well, I've already realized it, so why doesn't somebody go in there and tell Lee so that he can get better?
I'm gonna get some coffee. Would you like some?
Well, I just love that, Karen. Thank you.
Okay. Anything?
Yeah, soda or something.
Dr. Brian Rosner.
Got the report from the scan.
A good portion of his left lung is blocked.
Almost 35%. Do you want to tell your family?
Yeah, I should be the one.
I'm right here.
Thanks.
Karen, what's happening?
The clot has severely cut off the blood supply in one of his lungs.
What does that mean?
Monica Quartermain wants to schedule Lee for the OR as soon as possible. I'll be assisting.
Joe, does that mean you're going to try and remove that lung?
We don't want that to happen.
What are the risks of this operation?
Well, the clot has to be removed in one piece. If it breaks off, it would result in more pulmonary emboli.
Joe, will you just speak English?
He could bleed to death on the table.
We've already ordered 10 units of blood.
Well, look, is there something else you can do? Why don't you shrink it with radiation?
I'm afraid surgery is our only option here.
So if he goes to surgery, he could die. And if he doesn't, he could die also. So that's great. Two nice options.
going to the hospital to see Grandpa.
Oh, yeah. Of course we are. Just as soon as we can.
I hate hospitals. I had to be in one when I couldn't see. Now Neil has to go there because of his cancer. And now Grandpa's there.
Yeah, I know. Hey, have you ever heard that saying, an expert is as an expert does?
Oh.
Oh, well, I'm surprised. What it means is, well, you're an expert. You are, about hospitals. Because you were in the hospital so much with your eyesight problems, remember? And because you were around the hospital so much for Neil. You know, your best friend was there, and, well, now he has to go back, and you are dealing with that. So this all makes you the perfect girl for the job.
What job?
Helping your grandpa, of course. I mean, think about it. He's a lawyer. What does he know about hospitals? Absolutely nothing. So you have to come up with some plan, you know, like an instructional idea for him to show him the ropes, teach him what to do.
You mean like the jello that you get? Or the pudding? Or even which nurses are the best?
Yes. See? An expert you are.
Okay, I'm going to go get some construction paper, clear off the table. I'll be right back.
Okay. Good. Hurry back.
Okay, I will.
Oh. You know, Christina, we sort of handled that kind of off the cuff, didn't we? Yeah, I just wish we could help Grandpa the same way. Come on. Let's go see. Let's go see.
Oh, am I interrupting?
Over here.
Ooh, you seem to be having a bad day. Is it the stress of new motherhood?
I just asked you to leave. Get out.
Or is it that videotape of our escapades? Did that make things tense with Scott?
Have you ever had that saying run through your mind about what doesn't kill you makes you stronger?
Is that the case here?
Yeah. Your plan backfired. That little videotape, thanks to it, Scott and I are stronger than ever.
Are you?
You know, it's funny. Scott is angry. But he doesn't blame me. He blames you 100%. Oh, you look a little disappointed. Obviously, you totally underestimated the love Scott and I have for each other.
If you think that videotape was the end of it, then you underestimated me.
Really? What else could you possibly do to us?
Oh, sweet Lucy. Since you left, I've come up with so many ways to get you away from Scott that it would make you... Well, until then.
Okay. It's gonna be okay.
Buon appetito.
You know, this is my favorite place in all of Rome.
Well, I can certainly see why.
And this afternoon, you two are in for a treat.
I'm sure we are, but we're also here for another reason.
To discuss your father.
You can't help us find him, can't you?
Of course. You know, as a member of the American Embassy, we get requests like this all the time. Tourists turn up missing, relatives frantic to find them. It usually turns out to be a pretty simple matter.
So is it usual for a tourist to find a tracking device in her luggage?
No. I've never seen that before. Do you have any idea how it got there?
Afraid not.
Could it be connected with your father?
I can't imagine how.
He's just a retired math professor.
Well, I'm sure there's a simple explanation. Do you happen to have a recent picture of him?
As a matter of fact, I do.
I'll have someone from the police department pick this up and distribute it. With any luck, we should know his whereabouts by the end of the day.
Well, I'll drink to that.
Ah, here, here.
We want to get Lee into surgery right away to remove the blood clots in his lung before they cause any more damage. Dr. Courtney and I have already spoken to him about the operation and the risk involved.
You mean the fact that he's damned if he has and he's damned if he doesn't?
We have to take the chance, Scott.
Joey, is Lee awake?
Yes, but I should warn you, he's in a lot of pain, and it's difficult for him to breathe, so he won't be able to say much.
It's enough if he just knows that we're there.
You two go on first. I'd like to speak with you.
Okay, Karen.
What does Dr. Quartermain think his chances are?
Not very good. Oh, I'm waiting for you. I want to say goodbye.
What do you mean goodbye? You're not checking out that easy.
No. Hey, listen, partner. We have a deal, remember? I mean, either we go together, leave this earth together, or it's ladies first. Now, you can't change the rules on that now.
It's a nice try, both of you. I got this 18-wheeler parked on my chest. It's getting heavy every minute. We can't waste time pretending.
We're not pretending. We're not letting you go. You are not giving up here.
Listen. Now, you just listen to me, Lee Baldwin. You hear me? We have been married for 20 years. And it's just not enough. That's all. It just seems like yesterday when you first were asking me out. Do you remember?
You were a tough nut to crack.
I was. Wasn't I? It just took me a little while to come around.
See, that's because you're a fighter. You're a fighter. You went at her. You whittled her down, Lee, and you won.
And I am so glad that you did. You're God's gift to me. Well, even though you are a big pain in the butt sometimes, and all in all, you're just perfect. You're my perfect partner. And we have a perfect family. And oh, sweetheart, don't throw in the towel now, please. I know you have the strength to see this through.
Yes, ma'am.
I love you.
Well.
Hello?
Lucy, it's me.
Oh, hey, you. How's Lee?
You better bring Serena over here.
Oh, is it really that bad?
I don't think that he's going to make it.
He's still alive? You're kidding. The way he keeled over, I thought for sure he was toast.
I'm touched by your compassion.
Just being practical. If the guy croaks, I won't have to go through this ridiculous process of having him removed as my guardian.
Well, cheer up. There's still a good chance he could die.
Whatever, just as long as he's out of the way. Getting out of here and back to my baby are the only things that matter to me.
You have the picture then. Very good. Please call me anytime, day or night, if you hear anything about Professor Collins. Thanks, Captain. Well, the police are on it.
Wow, you certainly do have a lot of connections here, Mr. Zorin.
Well, that's my job. You know, it's a shame they're not serving the crostata here tonight.
Crostata?
You like it?
I love it.
You know, the chef here is a friend of mine. I'm going to go ask him if he'll make some for us.
Ooh.
That's a wonderful idea.
The Americans found the tracking device. We're going to have to come up with something else.
Do you think I could drop the dumb tourist act long enough to give my chiefs a rest?
You have 30 seconds.
So, what's your opinion of our host?
Well, luck didn't bring us together, that's for sure. And if I were him, I would have planted that device in your bag while you and I were scuffling with that pharmaceutical salesman.
But can he really lead us to Victor?
Mr. Zorin is connected to Victor. I'm just hoping we can use that connection in the long run.
Karen. Hey, how's Lee?
Not great.
Karen, listen,
I'm not in the mood, Chris. You can care less about my grandfather. You were in the middle of harassing him when he collapsed.
Look, if I contributed in any way to Lee's heart attack...
It wasn't a heart attack. It was a pulmonary embolism.
Pulmonary embolism?
So technically, you're off the hook. But I'm sure the stress you put him through didn't help any. Now, if you're through acting concerned, I have to go see my grandfather before he's taken into surgery.
Darren Leopold, please. Darren, it's Chris. Where do we stand on Julie's petition to have Lee removed as her guardian?
Look who's here. The kids.
Oh, my goodness. Look, what a treat.
Well, look at you. You're taking it a little bit easy there, aren't you?
Regular holiday.
Hi, Grandpa.
Oh, hello, sweetheart. Get up here where I can see you.
There you go. I need you to get well card. It has a poem. Would you like to hear it?
Oh, sure, I would.
There's no one else like Grandpa Lee. I've known him for a while, but now he's not feeling good, and I have lost my smile. I want you to get well, Grandpa, and we will have some fun. Of all the grandpas in the world, you are number one.
I loved it, honey. Gayle, you have that framed for me, please?
Oh, my goodness, absolutely. You know what? We will frame it. We'll put it right over Grandpa's bed, huh?
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry it took me so long. I've been running around the hospital trying to make sure everything is set up for your surgery.
I'm very lucky to have a granddaughter who's a doctor.
I'm the lucky one. You know, when I was growing up, and it was only Mom and me, I used to pretend I had these awesome grandparents who were traveling overseas, and that one day they'd come home, and I'd be able to go to them for help, or a hug, or any one of the 100 different things grandparents do. And then it happened. My fantasy came true. Only I had a grandmother and grandfather more incredible than I ever imagined.
You're a dream for us come true, too.
I know we haven't been together very long, but in that time, you've taught me the real importance of family. I am so proud to be your granddaughter. Thank you for making that possible. Okay. It's okay. It's okay.
It's not fair, Lucy, okay? They deserve more time with him. He deserves more time with them. I should never have kept the two of them away from him.
Don't do this. Don't blame yourself. You did not even know that Karen was your daughter until a few years ago.
I shouldn't have taken Serena to Canada.
You're doing it. You're blaming yourself. You can't do that.
Why?
You
We're not. I have to blame
life.
somebody here. Why not me? Look at him in there. Look, I've never seen him that weak, that helpless in my life. When I was a kid, Lucy, he was everything to me. He was the Long Ranger. He was Perry Mason, all rolled into one.
Okay, I know. And now he's having a very difficult time, even breathing.
Yeah, he is. He's got tubes. He's hooked up to machines here. I have my whole family together. I need him to stay here. He can't go... Come here. He can't go anywhere, Lucy.
I know. I know. I know.
I love crostata.
I told you it was good.
So, how long have you been with the American Embassy?
I've been in Rome for about 5 years. It's been a dream posting.
Do you have relatives at Port Charles?
You know, I was in New York City attending a United Nations conference. I was supposed to fly out of JFK and I missed my flight.
Oh.
Well, the only flight that worked for me was flying out of Port Charles, so I grabbed a shuttle and the rest is history. Excuse me. Hello, Zoran here. Are you absolutely certain? All right, we'll be right down.
Is there a problem?
That was my contact at the police department. They located your father.
Already?
Where is he?
I'm afraid I have some bad news.
Hello?
It's your future hubby. Do I have some terrific news for you?
Lee Baldwin went to face that big judge in the sky?
No, actually, the hearing to have him removed as your guardian has been postponed.
That's not good news.
Our attorney is confident he can get the decision reversed.
What's Darren gonna do, bribe the judge?
No, he's just gonna let him know how Lee's made you suffer. To prolong that because of Baldwin's health problems would be unfair.
Let's say we do get a reversal and stay on schedule.
Then we would go into court, but Lee won't be there to defend himself. And if that happens, we'll annihilate him.
I like it.
I hate to break this up, but it's time to prep for surgery.
Can I have a minute?
Sure.
Okay. Serena, why don't we go out and give Christina her bottle of time, okay? You want to help?
Okay, Grandpa. I know you're going to get well again.
Thank you, sweetheart.
Okay.
Lucy, okay? Come on, buddy.
I'll be there with you every step of the way.
Watching like a hawk.
You better believe it.
Yeah.
Want to grab some coffee?
Oh, yeah, sure, yeah. I'll be back before surgery.
Oh. Well, you better.
Sure.
Is Grandpa going to die?
You listen to me. The doctors and nurses here are very, very good, and they're going to do everything they can to make your grandpa better, okay? Come on, let's go. Be Christina. Let's go. Okay.
Let me fluff up these pillows here.
I don't think a fluff pillow's gonna ease this pain, son.
You've still got that fat lady sitting on you, huh?
I'm worried about you and Gayle.
Come on, what are you talking about? Come look, I'm not tip-top, you know that.
The odds are I'm not gonna survive this thing.
Well, when have I ever paid attention to the odds? And for that matter, now, come on. When have you ever paid attention to them?
Will you just let me say goodbye, just in case?
No, you're not saying goodbye. No, because this is not the end.
Shouting isn't gonna change anything.
Listen, okay?
What?
You're the only father that I've ever known. And I have done some crazy, stupid, mixed-up, numbskull things in my life. But you've always been there. And I need you to be there longer. I need help. Come on, raising those kids, for crying out loud. I need your expertise as a lawyer. I need you, because I do.
I promise. I will not leave this family without a fight.
Well, you damn well better fight, because we are here fighting. Fighting for you.
Whatever happens, Scott, remember this. I am so very proud of you. Having you in my life has been a great blessing. And I love you.
And I have never thanked you. I've never, ever thanked you for everything that you've done for me. I love you. I love you. Dad. Scott. Yeah, it's time. I'll be right here when you come out, okay? Right here. And you'll be fine. Right?
Right.
He was, what's the American term? John Doe, who was found in an alley late last night. As soon as we got the copy of Professor Collins' picture, we called.
You know, I am so sorry. When I promised to find your father, I had no idea it would be in the morgue.
I want to see the body myself.
Well, that's why you're here, to make the identification.
This is it.
Kevin, are you sure you're ready for this?
What are you doing here?
I believe you borrowed some videotapes from my hotel room.
Yeah, well, they're in the dumpster, so why don't you climb in there where you belong and fish them out?
Oh, you can turn your back on me, Baldwin, but not on the tapes. You must have watched them, and there we were. Lucy and me, sharing such intimacies.
I know what you're up to. However, my father's about to go into major surgery. Otherwise, I would take you apart like a piece of well-cooked chicken.
Oh, yes, of course. You're occupied. I understand. Under a lot of stress. Would it help if I took Lucy off your hands for a while?
Maybe I didn't make myself clear. You see, I'm going to control my temper for my father's sake. But you lied, you manipulated, and you forced yourself on Lucy, like the coward that you are. So why don't you just get out of this hospital?
We had hoped we were mistaken.
No. No.
Then this is Victor Collins.
Lucy, I'm sorry you heard that.
Your boyfriend doesn't have a clue what really happened between us, does he?
Why are you here? You have caused enough trouble.
I'm merely trying to clear up a misconception. Not only did you consent to being with me, but you threw yourself into it body and soul.
Yeah, well, she was helpless and confused, you idiot.
Why don't you just face the fact that Lucy and I are in love?
Let's face the fact that you're living in fantasy land. My father's about to go into surgery. He's twice the man that you are. So would you get out of this hospital?
Oh, wait a minute. Is this the same Lee Baldwin who's been accused of incompetency and cruelty?
You know what the hell?
Scott,
Come on,
no, that's what he wants. You're falling right into his hands. Scott, I love you. I love you. He wants to hurt us. Let him go. He wants to make you do this. He's a big bully. Let him go. Listen, Lee, don't give him his way, okay? Today is not about him. It's about your father. And it's about Serena. She is so worried that she's never going to see her grandfather again. And it's about Christina, and it's about me. I need you right now more than I ever have needed you.
You never had her. You never will. Now get out of this hospital before you end up in here.
I've said what I had to say. Just remember, The next time you wake up from a nightmare and need someone to hold you.
I will have Scott.
Will he be enough?
You know how close? I just came here to...
I know.
Actually...
Hey, I know. But you didn't go all the way there. I am just so sorry all of this has happened.
It wasn't your fault, Lucy.
But I did it, and I didn't stop it.
You did nothing wrong.
Hey.
Come here.
Scott, we just got paged. They're ready to take Lee to surgery.
Well, thank you for keeping Pumpkinhead here occupied.
Our pleasure.
And, does Amy still have Christina in your office? She's okay, right?
She's all squared away, Lucy.
Thanks.
Hey, Dad, you all set?
Son.
Dinah, look, just look at all these people. We're all here to be rooting you on.
Yeah, well, you all look terrible. I mean, I'm more worried about you than myself.
Yeah, well, that's because you just have to lay here, and then you get to be the hero.
Well, I never give up.
Grandpa, guess what? Daddy says that I'm stubborn, and I get it from him, and he says he gets it from you.
Yeah, so now you go in there and you show these doctors and this embolism just how stubborn we can be.
Okay, ready?
Not just yet. I love you. And I'll see you very soon.
Now, don't keep us waiting.
Bye, sweetheart.
I'll come out when I can to tell you how it's going.
Okay, thank you.
Thanks. Thanks, Karen.
Can we buy Grandpa Lee a present for when he wakes up?
Oh, that's a really good idea. You know, we'll go down to the gift shop and look for something, huh?
Okay, I'll get the elevator.
Good.
He's gonna make it.
I know he will. He has to.
What was the cause of death?
According to the pathologist, a massive stroke.
That doesn't make any sense. My father had no risk for a stroke. He had no arterial damage. His blood pressure was normal.
You see for yourself.
Where was the body found?
In an alley. He'd been dead for some time.
I'd like to examine the body myself.
Neither of you are licensed to practice in this country. Of course, as soon as Victor returns to the United States...
That's too late. If you embalm the body here, you may destroy any evidence.
Of what? Our autopsy is complete. Of course, the detectives will follow up on the case, but this is not a suspicious death. Your father died of natural causes.
He just keeled over? In a dark alley? Why did it take you so long to identify the body?
Well, at first we had nothing to go on.
He didn't have his passport? No wallet? No luggage? Nothing?
Nothing.
And you don't find that the least bit suspicious?
Kevin.
We assume he was robbed.
Look, you've just had a terrible shock. Maybe we should just go back to the hotel.
No, not yet.
Look, we're not going to get anything more here today. Why don't we just go back to the hotel and try and make sense of it on our own?
Fine.
Karen. Are you sure you're up for this?
You mean because Lee's my grandfather? Yeah, I could handle it. I only wish I could do something more than just observe. But at least it'll give me a chance to keep the family posted on how the surgery's going.
Oh, didn't we observe a,
Pulmonary lobectomy?
Right.
Yeah. When we were first-year interns.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I lost my
surgical notes. I couldn't find them. But it'll all come back to me.
Even the part where you got shaky knees.
Well, that's because I hadn't eaten all day.
You know, we could have marketed that. The intern diet.
Work a 48-hour shift and lose all the weight you want. Well, I better go scrub.
Jill, it's reassuring that you're part of the team operating on Lee.
I'll see you inside.
Yeah, no, that's good, Amy. Okay, just please call me if you have any problem at all. You know where you can get me. Okay, thanks a lot.
How's Christina?
She's actually good. She's sleeping like a baby. Not a care in the world.
Just like Serena. She went out just like that, too, when she was a baby. Boom, gone sleeping. Not me, you know. I'm always staring up at the ceiling, worrying about things. You're awfully quiet, Lucy. You okay? You want some chocolate?
No. Thanks, I'm fine. I just... Can I ask you something?
Yep.
Okay, you know, there I was. There she was. Evie, whatever, White. You know, this person. And the whole time I kept getting this impression, this suggestion that I was acting or somehow something was familiar about everything.
Well, you know, that makes perfect sense because Bordizo had these files on us, you know, so he knew all about you, what you used to be like, you know, when you used to only care about yourself and you used to only care about money.
Right. That's exactly right. So that greedy little gold digger that was me was enjoying herself and having the time of my life. And so now I've been wondering why I feel like I did something wrong, and now I realize I did. That's because I did do something wrong, didn't I?
No, Lucy. It's not your fault.
I feel like it is my fault. I don't feel like that. How would I do that? How can I get past this?
Well, let's see. We could press charges against Bordizo. God knows we have enough evidence, don't we?
Yeah, we could do that. Right, and then there'd be a trial. And then there'd be all this horrible publicity. You know, they'd probably run those videotapes over and over on a news channel, and then... Oh, my God, Scott, Serena would probably see them. How would I explain myself? How would I tell her about this?
Well, we would just explain it to Serena. She's got to learn what's right or wrong, right? I mean, she's got to eventually learn that. And she should learn it early in life.
What is going on here? What are you doing? Are you telling me this is what you want me to do? You want me to go through with this, press those charges? Is that it?
Why? Do you think it's, being selfish of me?
No. No, I don't think you are at all.
Well, you see, I've got these pictures in my head from a certain videotape that I saw. I want things to go back to the way they were.
And that's never going to happen, I guess.
Lucy, I'm not trying to influence you one way or the other. I just want you to be happy. I want you to be happy about yourself. So whatever you decide, I will stick by you.
Thanks. And I want to decide. I'm trying. I want to make up my mind. You know, I just want to make sure that I make the right choice. The problem is I'm just not sure what that is.
I need my phone book.
Why?
I don't want to do this at all, but I need to let Mary know what happened to Victor.
Oh, Kevin, it's late. Why don't you wait and call her in the morning?
And what am I supposed to do in the meantime? If I stand still, Eve, I don't know what'll happen.
What, maybe you'll break down? Kevin, you need to cry.
I'm fine.
Right. Right, my father, the secret agent, was just found dead in an alley next to a bunch of garbage cans, all alone in the dark in a country far away, and his body lay unclaimed. But hey, oh yeah, gotta find your phone book.
I'm a Collins, Eve.
What, stiff upper lip?
Yes, that's right.
Fine. Fine, keep your emotions bottled up inside just like Victor and his secret life.
I was just getting used to having him here. Driving me crazy.
Hey, playing his accordion.
Oh, that lousy accordion. I need to know what really happened to him.
You don't think that he died of a massive stroke?
I just find out that for 30 years my father's been doing intelligence work. Suddenly he disappears and ends up dead in an alley. He didn't have a stroke. Someone murdered him. And I'm going to find out who did it. And why.
You know, I should go and check on Christina again, I think.
No, Lucy, you don't have to. I just checked with Amy, and she said she was sound asleep, and she would call us when she woke up.
Okay, good, thanks.
The paper says we're going to have a long, hot summer.
Mm. You know, I didn't even order my glads, the ones that I want to plant this year.
Oh, Gayle, you have tons of gladiolas already.
You know what? You sound just like Lee. He always says, don't buy any more glads now. Just use the ones you have. Just break them up. Can't you do that? That's how I know it's spring, because we always have this gladiola fight.
What's burnt sienna?
Oh, let's see. I know Sienna's a town.
Why did they burn it?
That's a very good question. I don't know.
I mean, as if Lee ever dug up a gladiola bulb. Oh, boy, this is lovely, though. Look, Lucy, isn't that beautiful?
Oh, those are beautiful, Gayle. I think you should order all of those, a ton of them.
Oh, I think that you ought to check with Lee first.
Yeah, well, I think we ought to have our argument first, and then I'll order.
Why did they burn sienna?
Serena, they didn't burn it. It's just a color, just the name of a color.
Kind of like, umber. What's that? Umber. I don't know what that is.
I think I have umber.
Oh. Hey.
I wish there was one thing that I could just do for him.
You are doing absolutely everything you can do already.
No, Lucy, we're pretending that nothing is going on here. I'm yelling at my own daughter here, you know, and I don't know what's going on here.
Well, it's kind of like this. I was just sitting here, and it hit me that we need diapers for Christina. And then I was thinking, how could I be thinking about diapers at a time like this? But then I realized that's what we do.
You're right. Christina's gonna need a new bottle and get herself changed, and I've got to explain to Serena about these crayon colors.
Right, we just keep on going. We keep doing what we do. Because
Right.
we need to do that.
Yes, we do. Otherwise, I'd be thinking about my father being cut up by a bunch of doctors. And
I'm not disagreeing with you yet. But what makes you think that the pathologist made a mistake? Signs of a massive stroke are very hard to miss.
If an autopsy was performed at all.
Oh, Kevin, that's quite a leap.
Is it? then why wouldn't they let us examine the body? And what about this Zoran character? How he suddenly, conveniently locates my father's body in an alley? And let's not forget the tracking device that we believe he put in your carry-on. But fine. Tell me I'm seeing a vast conspiracy that doesn't exist.
Well, I think that Mr. Zoran is a little young to have been on the grassy knoll. But the main thing I'm thinking about right now is how we're going to break into that morgue.
You believe me?
Well, there's definitely something wrong here.
Which means we have to examine Victor's body before they have a chance to cover up the evidence.
Yes, and if there is some evidence...
Then that means Victor was killed because of what he was doing. And frankly, I don't feel good about dragging you into something like that.
We're partners.
For now. But don't be surprised if I ask you to back off. If Victor was killed because of what he was involved in, and frankly, right now, I'm convinced of that. But I want to make sure that he didn't die in vain. Lucy.
Oh, good idea.
Yes.
She has been scrunched up like this for over an hour. Shh, let's stretch her out a little bit. There we go. Oh, boy. She's pooped.
Kid?
You know, she wasn't about to go home with Ellen. No way.
No, well, her grandfather's in surgery.
It's been a long, long night, huh?
Probably the longest night I've ever had to spend anywhere.
Hey, Gayle, can I get you anything else like orange juice or tea?
No, thanks, Lucy. I think if I had one more drink of anything, I would just float away.
Okay. Karen.
What's going on? Is it over?
Well, no news yet.
Karen, what is it? What's wrong?
Well, Dr. Quartermain and Joe were performing the procedure, but there was a complication. When they were removing the embolism, it fragmented.
What does that mean?
Well, they're working very carefully to remove all the fragments.
What if they don't?
Any fragment left could destroy another portion of Lee's lung. Dr. Ramsey, please. Yes, I'll hold.
I always knew you were unscrupulous, but until today I had no idea how deeply you'd reach into the gutter.
I call him like I see him.
Julie, you gotta listen to me. Nothing this man or his sleazy associate do, nothing is in your best interest.
Yes, but why can't I decide that?
Well, because until the judge says differently, you are my legal ward. Now, I want the two of you to get the hell out of here.
How dare you say what's best for me, Lee Baldwin?
It's open.
Stronza!
Oh, what'd you say?
Never mind. Let's just find my father's body, examine it, and get the heck out of here.
Kevin, are you sure you're up for this?
I really need to know if my father died of a stroke, like they said, or if someone murdered him.
Do you hear that?
Hear what? Something tells me that's not Luciano Pavarotti.
Gosh, oh my gosh.
Get her in here, quick.
No, that's
Come on,
me.
come. I don't care. We'll take a shower later. Come on, come on.
Oh.
Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up.
All right.
Lie still. Hold your breath.
Okay.
I'm going.
Santa Lucia.
C'ho fame, oh. Anch'io. Cominciamo. Che bella, oh. Peccato, eh?
Imbalsamiamo subito sti due corpi, così possiamo andarcene. Andiamo, va? Sì, va. Facciamo presto.
No.
Oh, not much, except they're about to embalm us.
That's not funny.
I'm not kidding. Lucky for us, I had to go out for a smoke first.
Oh, my gosh, I've got to get out of here. I can't believe I'm in a cooler again.
Oh, right. Your friend Frank locked you up in the one at GH, right?
Yeah.
Well, at least it wasn't an Italian cooler.
You make it sound like some kind of a wine drink.
Kind of hard for me to picture Victor in a place like this.
Me too.
Listen, why don't you go outside, warm up. I'll search these bodies. You can warn me if those guys come back.
Okay, good idea. There's just one slight problem here. We're locked in.
We need to discuss our plan to have Lee bumped as my guardian.
Not in any hurry, are you?
My baby's future depends on what happens with this. Have you seen her lately?
As a matter of fact, she's in the hospital right now.
Is she sick?
No, but Lee is, remember? Christina was here with the rest of the Baldwin Rat Pack.
My baby is not a member of the Baldwin Rat Pack.
They were all here waiting all night for Lee to get out of surgery.
Lucy kept Christina at the hospital all night. That is just one more reason for me to get out of here and be with my daughter.
Julie, the plan is in motion, okay?
That's been on my mind a lot. I've been having such trouble eating and sleeping because of the cruel treatment I suffered with Lee Baldwin as my guardian. Remember how brutal he was when he stormed into my room?
Well, brutal doesn't even begin to describe it.
Yeah, and how he threatened to have me put back into solitary confinement if I didn't stop trying to get rid of him.
I mean, I witnessed the whole scene.
And so did Darren Leopold.
I guess your attorney and I will just have to tell the judge what we saw.
Well, that should help to get the new guardianship pushed through.
Especially if we make it clear just how damaging Lee's actions were to you.
I mean, I am in danger of losing all the progress I've made.
We can't let that happen. All right, I'll get right on it.
Oh, my goodness, look. Scott, come here, get over here.
Smiling.
Hurry, she's smiling. Hurry, come see. Look.
Oh, that is a little smile, isn't it?
Yes, it's a real smile. It wasn't like that gas one. You know, it's a beautiful, real first smile.
Look, Daddy, she's holding my finger.
I think she's getting a little sleepy, you know. Want to help me put her back in her carrier so you can take another nap? Come on, you got to take another nap. Just take it off. Thank you.
Yeah, thank you.
Smile. Thank you. There we go.
Well, first smile. That's a wonderful moment, isn't it?
Yeah. I'm sorry you missed Serena's first smile, but we're all here for this one.
Well, the surgery should be over soon, right?
Yeah, I'm glad they found that complication and they're taking care of it.
Mm-hmm. Scott, I just wanted to say how touched I am that you stayed here with me, that the whole family stayed here with me through the whole night.
Oh, come on, where else would we be? You know, life can change in a heartbeat, can it?
Yes, it does. But you know, they say eventually it gets a little easier, the twists and the turns.
Is that a guarantee?
Nothing's a guarantee. It takes a lot of hard work, a lot of love. But if you and Lucy make that commitment, you know, well, you'll have a big take on this present situation.
So, I guess she told you about what happened with Bordiso.
Yes, she confided in me.
Don't you think I should have her press charges against him? Don't you think she should do that?
No, don't push her. Look, she's going to need your strength, and that decision itself, that's hers to make.
Monica, what's the word?
We have
had a little problem with the embolism rupturing, but we found all the fragments and removed them.
So that's good, right?
Lee's surgery was a success.
Oh, yes, okay. That's so great. That's so great. So, what happens next?
Can we take him home now?
Well, no, he's going to have to be monitored for a little while, and then he's all yours.
Oh, what about post-treatment?
He's going to have to be on blood thinners for a while.
Oh, Monica, thank you. I just knew he was in the best hands possible with you.
Well, I like Lee a lot. I like doing something for him. Besides, Mom, confident and pal, it always pleases me to make you smile.
You look exhausted.
All in a day's work.
Oh, sure. Just another boring routine surgery, huh? Thank you.
Hey, Joe, thanks for all the hard work. I'm, sorry I jumped the gun and assumed that the problems between you two was your fault. I now know that you were set up and that you never meant to hurt her.
Well, Lee's okay. That's what's important.
Yeah.
I gotta get back to work.
Okay.
Excuse me.
He is so precious.
Alan told me that she was passed around all over the nurses' ball and finally ended up with you and Scott.
And me too.
Well, of course, and you too, Serena. Well, I think she's found a wonderful home.
Well, we certainly hope so. You know, they haven't found the birth mother yet, so we're just hoping that we get to keep her.
Mm-hmm.
When can we go in and see Lee?
Well, he's in recovery, and they're going to move him to ICU, and then he can have a few visitors.
I want to see Grandpa.
Oh, sweetheart, I'm sorry, but kids aren't allowed in ICU. It's hospital rules.
Serena, I'm going to give him the penguin that you bought for him and that little drawing you did. I'm sure that's going to cheer him up.
Lucy, would you like me to watch Christina for you and you and Scott could go visit Lee?
Yeah, Karen, thanks. That'd be very nice.
I could really use your help, Serena.
Okay.
Why don't we see if Lee's out of recovery?
By all means.
I'll see you in a minute.
All right. Here you go. You carry this, okay? The little lamb's in there in her bottle, okay?
Okay, let's go show off our new little sister around the hospital.
Daddy, give Grandpa a big kiss for me.
Okay, see you 3 in a minute. Oh, look at those girls. Do you realize it was a year ago today that Serena was recovering from a corneal transplant?
It's a good day. Maybe a year from now, we'll have another good day.
Yeah, maybe it'll be around our new daughter's birthday and we'll be celebrating that.
The way Leopold remembers it, Lee almost struck you when we were all together.
Oh, Leopold has an excellent memory.
He's on his way over here right now with an affidavit for me to sign detailing Lee's negligence. He'll bring it to you in the morning for your signature.
I am finally getting out of this zoo, legally. Now we have to start forming a plan to get Christina away from Lucy.
Well, let's nail Lee first. Then we can figure out a way to get you a trial and have you declared innocent. Once all that's done, you can start working on the Lucy part.
No, we cannot afford to wait on this, Chris.
Julie, it's not a good idea to get ahead of yourself.
Lucy is not going to just hand Christina over to me because we're best friends. And if I kidnap my baby, the feds are going to be after me for the rest of my life. The plan has to be honed and perfected, and we've got to start working on it now.
Okay, you've convinced me. Look, I'll get back to you.
Mommy is coming, Christina. Mommy's coming very soon.